Well, good afternoon. I'm Pastor Les Chemist. Welcome to Cruisin' on Arrow Road. Today I'm on my V-strom going for a little bit of a ride, enjoying this beautiful sunny hot summer day for us. It's 30 degrees Celsius today, which is absolutely gorgeous. The humidity's a bit high, but I do have on a mesh jacket today, which I got for Christmas, which is awesome. I'm out just giving the V-strom a little run. Talking to you about the V-strom today. I've done numerous videos in the past. I've done videos on my C50, you know, things I liked about it, 5 things I liked about it, things I want to change about my C50. Did a video that actually did really well called the truth about the C50, and today I want to give you the truth about the V-strom. I have both bikes. I've been blessed by God to have 2 bikes. I don't necessarily understand why God did that for me, but he chose to give me 2 bikes. And when I say give, I mean give. The C50 was given to me back in 2016, and the V-strom was given to me last year. Just unique circumstances, and just a real blessing how God has done that for me. I don't know why, but I do praise him for it. I have this V-strom, and I've been getting used to it. I didn't get it on the road till October of last year, and so I've didn't have a lot of time last fall to get used to it. I did take a couple of good rides, put about 1,200 kilometers on it. I can say that I'm still not super used to the bike. I've learned more about it. I do enjoy it. I'm handling it better than I did, but you know, but what have I come to like about it? You know, when I got the C50, I'll be honest with you, it was given to me as a gift, and it was a gift I wasn't expecting, and a C50 wasn't the bike I was necessarily looking for. In fact, I was not a big cruiser fan at the time, but God knows better than we do, and he chose to give me the 750. He touched somebody's heart to give me the C50, and you know, I have fallen in love with that bike, and it's absolutely amazing. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love that C50. But now I've been given this V-strom, and it's a totally different animal. The other bike is an 800 V-twin. This is also a V-twin, but it's a 1000, actually 996 cc's. And the engine in this bike originally came from more of a sport bike that Suzuki produced back in the late 90s and early 2000s that they sidelined because it just didn't perform well, it didn't do well, and so they gave up that bike. That was the TL 1000, S and R models. They decided to scrap that bike, but knew they had a really good motor. And so the first thing I really like about the V-strom is the engine in it, this 1000 cc motor. I mean, what's not to like? It's a liter bike, good grief, right? 1000 cc's, it's got all kinds of power. This bike has 98 horsepower, stock from the factory, and runs 74.5 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, you know, for a bike that's under 600 pound, you know, it'll get up and go. It is at the top end. No, I know it's not, you know, it's not some big torque monster, it's not some big horsepower monster, but it works well, it works fine. And the truth is, how fast do you need to get up to 60 miles an hour or 110 kilometers an hour? How fast do you really need to make it there? Because you're not supposed to go any faster than that. I know that, right? And I'd be lying to you if I told you I have never been faster than that. I don't recommend it, and I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not saying I should have done it. But the bike, you know, I'm not into flying around. Look, I'm a firefighter. I've worked in the EMS. I've been around long enough that I really don't want to scrape up your parts off of my road. All right? How fast do you really need to go? There's a bunch of squids out there who try all kinds of stuff, and they wreck, and we pick them out of the bushes. you know, and it's not good. But this bike has more than enough power, more than enough get up and go, more than enough torque to do the job. And so the number one thing that I like about the Suzuki V-strom is that wonderful DL1000 motor. It's an awesome motor. I really, really like it. The second thing I like about this is closely connected to the motor, and that is this wonderful gas tank here, this big broad gas tank. It's a 22-liter tank and has a range of roughly 400 kilometers. I have gotten close to 400 kilometers on a tank out of this, so you know, I'm sure it could do it. I just didn't know it well enough to push the limits on it. But once I did some reading and looking at how the indicators work and what it does when it's getting extremely low and how much you got left, I could have gone probably 400 kilometers on this tank. So you know, that's pretty good. It's pretty amazing. So I'm happy with that. So it's got a great range. I'm going to need that range when I go to Labrador, because there's one stretch between Port Hope Simpson and Happy Valley Goose Bay that is about 400 kilometers, and there is no services between that. There's no homes, there's nothing. It's wilderness, 400 kilometers of wilderness. And so we're going to need fuel, you know, that fuel capacity. I probably will take extra with me, but you know, it's this is a wonderful bike. Next thing I like about it is its ability to go off-road. Now, you take one look at the V-strom, especially the first model, which is what I have. I have 2003. That early model, which lasted really till 2012, 2014, I think it was. They changed it. You can go off-road. You can just jump off-road like I'm doing here right now. I mean, it just soaks it up. This is not bad going. You know, this isn't the smoothest gravel road in the world, but this bike just seems to eat it up. It's not a problem. It handles it really quite well. I'm happy with how it works. So the light off-road capability. Now, this bike is decidedly a more street-oriented bike. I get that, a road-oriented bike. It's more of a touring setup. I get it, but you know. You don't want to take a big touring bike like a Gold Wing up a road like this, but this one is totally capable of it. And you know, you can see we're doing it right now, and the light off-road capability, and I'll say light off-road. You're not going single track mud, you know, mud bogging on a V-strom. It's just not made for that. It is decidedly more of a road bike than off-road, but there's no problem heading up gravel roads like I'm doing right now. So the third thing I do like about it is its off-road capability. The fourth thing that I like is about its suspension and ability to carry luggage. I have saddlebags on this. They are the older style. They are 50 caliber ammo cans, and the rack on the back of it, this was on it when I got it, but it is aftermarket stuff. I'm not sure where it all came from, but it has worked well. It serves the purpose. Is it perfect? No, but you know what? I'm happy with it. It does everything I need to do. It's very, very functional. You know, and here we are on a dirt road, and this bike is just so kind. I love this. I love this. And the final thing that I like about this, the fifth and final things that I like about this this V-strom is the windscreen setup. Now this is not the original windshield, though it does say Suzuki on it. I figure Suzuki must have offered a taller windshield as an option for this bike. I do have the original lower windshield that came on these, but this one is taller and flips out on the top. It has it, so it pushes the air a little bit differently, and I have found it perfect. In fact, this bike with this smaller windshield, it gives me far less wind buffeting than my C50. It just does. the way it works, the way the width of the tank, the fairing, the windshield. I've heard people say with the factory windshield these bikes did buffet you more. That may be true, but with this, I get nothing on my helmet. I got no wind buffeting at all, and it works really well. So, you know, there's lots of things to like about this. I mean, the V-Strom is one of those bikes you either love it or hate it. Some people don't really like them. You know, they don't perform as well as some others in off-road things. I get that, but you know, I'm pretty happy with what this one can do and does for me. So, do you like the V-Strom? I do. I love the V-Strom. I've come to love it. You know, I had always admired them when Tony first got this bike. We were talking about it, and I was, you know, I talked to him about it, and I said, well, you know what, if you ever decide to get rid of it, keep me in mind, you know. I like it. I think it's time to turn around here, but, you know, I like this bike, and ultimately I wish that I didn't have to go through the circumstances I did to get this bike, but I'm certainly happy that it is mine now. I'm just very thankful for it. Do you like the V-Strom? I've come to really like it. I've always admired the bike since they first came out, and now that I have one and had some time to ride it, I really like it. Those are 5 things I like about it. There could be more. There are many more things that I'm sure I could find that I like about it. Are there things that I dislike about it? Maybe, but I'll save that for another video. Hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to the video or to the channel, please do so. And don't forget to click the little bell icon. Don't forget to leave some feedback. Give me some comments. Feel free to share this video. All these things are a blessing to a YouTuber. May God bless you, and have a great day.